Oh, the places you'll go. In life, we're always on the go. Work, home, the grocery store, visiting family and friends. It's like we're programmed to be constantly busy. What's funny is that no matter where we're headed, most of us get there the same way, driving. Even though our destinations change, our mode of transportation usually doesn't. And every day, the roads are filled with people heading to their next stop on this never ending journey. But it got me thinking, how would someone get to an impossible destination? I'm talking about places you can only imagine, places only dreamed of, and that only a trained eye can envision. How fast would you need to go? How long would it take? What kind of vehicle would you use? I can think of a million places that I want to go. Places that may seem more appealing than where I am right now. And while asking these questions may trigger provoking thoughts, answering them really won't get me closer. See, it's not about our method, but the true answer lies in taking a step each day and conquering the challenges lying between you and your goal. Be prepared for the journey to be unfamiliar. Your journey may contain twists and bends that confuse the minds of fellow drivers. Be prepared to part ways with those who join you on your path, as an exit could cause them to drift at any moment. Never-ending stretches of grass and farmland between each new site can cause you to question whether or not you're even headed in the right direction. But no matter how long it takes, you gotta keep your foot on the gas until you reach the destination. And even if the car breaks down, if the wheels of your imagination can turn, then the hope of reaching your destination is alive. Or the places you'll go if you just keep driving.
My name is Zeph, Zeph France, and I'm a rapper, 23, and welcome to my channel. I don't know why I did it like that. I really didn't know how to like do it no other way, for real. Like, if you're here, you probably know about my music. You probably listen to me. Maybe you don't, but for anybody that's new, that's pretty much all it is, bro. I'm a college student who's just trying to figure out a way to make money from his art and to make a living from being creative. That's kind of like why I made this channel and why I made, you know, this platform, I guess, is to show the progress of my journey. A lot of times we see people go from 0 to 100. We see people go from, you know, seemingly a nobody or seemingly, I don't like to use the word nobody because, you know, obviously everybody has value, but I just mean unknown or not recognized to extremely recognized. And it happens so quickly. And a lot of the times it seems like these people were destined for that greatness, or they have something that you don't have. And, you know, when I understand or when I see these people, I can kind of garner this feeling of inadequacy because I'm sitting here thinking, oh, well, they were destined for that journey or they were destined for that destination, I guess, or, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. They just were supposed to be somebody. And it's kind of like, that's not necessarily the case. They also encounter adversity, and they also probably had times in their life where they didn't know if they were gonna make it, or they had times in their life where things didn't look as great, or they got to a certain point and thought it was supposed to be one thing and then realized they had to do even more, you know, to maintain it or go higher to feel fulfilled. You know, it's not easy, you know, and because it's so difficult, I want people to feel encouraged. And, you know, a lot of times I feel discouraged sometimes just when I'm trying to go through this and when I'm trying to elevate as an artist. It just feels like just pointless at times, you know? So I created this platform to kind of show you guys what it's gonna be like to go from 0 to 100. And it's so funny because, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna hit 100. That's the point. Like, I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, I could go one day and never get to that point, you know, but I've accepted that. And that's the part of it. It's gonna take faith. That's all it's gonna take. So that being said, the thing that's driving me, or the thing that's pushing me forward every day, is the ability, or the desire to liberate myself of what society or family or my peers or what anybody could deem as success, right? A lot of the times it's like people or anybody, I feel like, I just say myself, you get this innate feeling that you have to be a particular way or perform in a particular sense to be deemed successful, whether that be financially or what your family looks like or the type of life you're able to quote unquote build. And it's kind of like, it's a lot of pressure, you know what I mean? And it's unwanted. So here's the thing though. You need money to live. So anybody that's telling you don't need money is cap. I'm telling you right now, you need money. They cap. You need that job. Like, look, I ain't telling you go out here and do nothing crazy, but bro, if you think you just go out here and not get no money and just be alive, like, no, bro, that's cap. So that being said, I'm trying to use art as a way to then create a living, because art for me is a way that I'm able to be successful, because art causes me to evaluate myself. Art causes me to look inside and look for inadequacies and then comment on those inadequacies and then ponder on those inadequacies and then improve them, right? That's why I do it. And I like to impact people, and I like to share my lessons with people as I go. So that's why I want to use it, and that's why I want to make money from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what's been driving me. You know, I wake up every morning and I think of ways that I could get better. I think of like how my life's passing and how if I'm not careful, I'm just gonna let it pass me, you know? And I try to be intentional about the actions that I take to improve. And I've started to realize that when I do that, I feel a little bit better. I'm able to feel a little bit more secure in where I am, because I know that I'm taking action to try and get to another level and try to become a better version of myself, not necessarily something that somebody else would have wanted me to be. You know what I mean? So that's what's driving me. That's why I wake up, and that's why I'm able to keep going. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's gonna take faith to get to a new level or get to experience newer things in life. And that's all it's gonna take. So we just gotta keep going. And every episode, I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all, this is all in real time. So this is my commentary on my career, my life. And I'm glad you guys are here, and we're just gonna see where this thing goes. So.
Yeah. The hardest part about rapping is trying to learn how to get free. Wish I could make them roll up on my mind like a 10-speed. Being a grown man in this world, it gets deep. I'm trying to be the boy with more bands than NSYNC. Till they come, I throw a prayer up to the sky. Always get a call back. God tell me to keep going, or he tell me fall back. Cause my life is in his hand, but I'm desperate to make a move. From these college dorm walls to the set of breaking news. So they can crown me king, I hope everybody see it. Almost gave up on myself when they said I couldn't achieve it. I know pressure make diamonds, and time heals all. But it's hard to see the sun when you stuck at these four walls. So I get outside and look at the clouds. I've been searching for myself, and mama, look what I found. Ain't that same little boy that they was pushing around. I'm a man with a plan, ain't no stopping me now. Crown me, crown me, crown me, crown me, crown me, crown me. No, ain't no stopping me now. Crown me, crown me, crown me, crown me, crown
poppin'. Yeah. They say heavy is the head and burden is the soul. Hands getting dirty when you digging for the gold. Never needed help, I got it.
Oh man. Well, if you made it to this part of the video, I guess you can say you made it to the most important part. Cause first off, say thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But the reason I say it's the most important part is because this is where I talk about my relationship with Christ. It's the most important aspect of my life. And, you know, although I want to go to different heights and different levels, I realize that it's not something I can leave behind, you know? And I constantly have to grow in this area if I want to grow in other areas because it's just who I am. So I think the biggest thing, at least for my current relationship with Christ, is like, we good, you know what I mean? Like, me and God are good. We're in a good space. But it's like so many aspects of my personality and my mannerisms and, you know, what I resonate with on a day-to-day basis just don't seem to fit into what is specifically Christian culture. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like anytime I go to church or anytime I go, I don't know, I just don't necessarily resonate with everything that I see. And I feel like I maybe enjoy things that are not in the church more than I do things that are in the church, I guess. I don't know. It just feels like sometimes I'm out of place. And I'm having to learn I'm having to accept the fact that I'm gonna change. Like, I think that maybe some of those changes are because, you know, maybe some of those feelings of being out of place are because I really am, you know? Like, when you're young and we're not necessarily used to just living for God, things aren't gonna feel right. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to learn how to create art and create, you know, at a level that I feel comfortable at as an artist, but also still give respect and still put that aspect of my life first, you know? Because it's just like you're living in two different worlds. Like, I love rap. Everything about me is rap, bro. I love rap, bro. I love Future. I love J. Cole. I love Drake. I love Kendrick. Man, their lyrics are like the lines to my life, bro. Like, there are things that I do in real life that I can think about and say, oh man, like, oh, Meek Mill was talking about this in a song, or I can think about, you know, certain lyrics that Eminem spit that I can draw back to a time in my life where I felt exactly like that, or I can remember where I was. It's just when something's so ingrained into who you are, it's kind of hard to separate from that entirely. Because yeah, there are things that are derogatory or counterintuitive when it comes to Christian culture or to the principles of Christianity, which I'm not going against. But some of this stuff really is just true and it's real life. You know what I mean? So I can think of countless lines that these guys say, and it's like, that's true no matter where you put it at, whether it's in not in the Bible, outside the Bible, in a different religious book. It's like some of these things are just principles of life, and it's like when you resonate with them so much, it's kind of hard to remove yourself from it. So it's just kind of like I'm not trying to find a balance, but I just want to be myself. You know what I mean? And I have to come to this place where I feel like a relationship with God doesn't mean that I lose my entire personality. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna be somebody that I'm not. Because he already created me. He knows who I am. He called me back to him. He loved me how I was. You know what I'm saying? Before I even really accepted him or before I did anything. So it's just kind of like, all right, this is who I am, but I have to understand and know that I'm gonna change on this journey. And those changes could or could not affect me or affect, quote unquote, the trajectory that I see for myself. But they will be good changes and they will benefit me as a person and my soul and my spirit, and like I just be a better person, you know? But I also have to accept that if I can't go to a place with this relationship that I have, with my relationship with God, then I probably don't even need to be there. Which sounds terrible sometimes, because, I mean, no, it doesn't sound terrible. Like, not for real. But, like, I mean, bro, let's say, you know, you got a guy, he's like, hey, here's $20 million. So you're like, but you can't have a relationship with God. Okay, I hear you. I should probably be like, no, but come on, bro. It's $20 million, like, to a guy that's never had it. Oh, man. But in all seriousness, it's just kind of like, I had to realize how to balance my life with God. This aspect of me that's so important, and my art, and still authentically be myself, you know, and communicate myself in a way that others can relate to, who aren't necessarily a part of my faith, because we're all living this reality, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like made me start questioning my motives and questioning so many different things. I feel like I said, this whole video has just been about what's driving me, or, you know, where I want to go or how far I want to go. But I mean, I do value flexibility. I do want to make a lot of money. I want to, you know, not necessarily be famous, but I want to be respected for my craft. I wake up every day just trying to be the best at what it is that I was put here to do, because I have a gift and I know that, you know what I mean? And I can say that confidently. Like, the Lord has placed this ability to communicate myself through my art. That's been in me since I was a child. So I want to make use of that gift and make the most time to use that gift as I can to help other people. That's what I want to do, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, that's what's driving me, I guess, and I know where I want to go, but if I know who's driving me, then I guess it's really irrelevant, because, you know? So I'm just along for the ride. So, yeah.
Stopping me now. Crown me, crown me, crown me, crown me.